lovely people of the internet. Today I'm going to be showing you my... Hi everybody, my name is Brianna and today I'm going to show you my Spider-Man inspired fantasy look. I'm really excited to show you this look because I'm using some techniques that when I discovered them, I really liked them and I've been using them for a few different things. It involves mesh and puff paint and a few other things. So let's get started. So we're going to start outlining. So basically what we're going to be doing is integrating Spider-Man's suit, the pattern, you know, all the kind of like dot, it kind of looks like mesh, and integrating that into like the skin. It's almost like it's a part of it. And sections we're going to be doing kind of on the forehead here and swooping like into the eye, tapering down the cheek, and then we're going to do another section right here on the jawline. And I think actually both has the web, or yeah, both sections have the web on it, but this you can really show it off because it's the big section here. So what I'm going to do is first give a basic outline of where I want things to be. I'm going to start with the black pencil, and I'm going to start kind of in the middle here, kind of angled down here. What I want is to kind of use my eyebrow as a guide. So we're going to go. Okay, we're gonna go more over like that. And down here to the eye. And there. And then this other section is gonna go from your ear. And just stopping right at the chin here. So that's the basic idea of where everything is going to be. Then I'm going to take my sponge and get my cream black on here. I'm starting with black on the bottom because that's going to be underneath where we do the mesh and do the overlay and everything, but that's where all of the lining or the outline of all the dots is what I'm going to call them, and everything is going to be. And then we're going to go over with red, and because we're putting the red over the black, it's going to help make that red a little bit more of a deep, rich red, and I really like that color. So, well, first of all, what I'm going to do is, here, I have so many thoughts in my head. What should I start with? So yeah, you're just going to get this on pretty thick. You want to be thick so that it isn't too splotchy, and so you can really get the difference of the red and the black lining around it. But you don't have to be too particular because, again, it's going to be mostly covered in red, but also, if the black is like, you know, lighter, darker in different areas, that's gonna, I don't know, it just gives a cool effect. So it isn't just, you know, all black and then all red. You'll see later how it comes out, but basically you can't get all the color in, you know, as bold in every single section that you do. So it's gonna be like fading in and out. I can't really explain it other than that, but it just looks really cool. And I'll try to go in further with the red. Actually, what happens is with the red, when you put it on, every time you blot and apply, some of that makeup on your sponge is going to be taken away. It's going to be lighter red, so you're going to have like a dark section here and a lighter section. Again, you'll understand when you see it, but I'm just really excited about that. I had to tell you that now. So I'm going to start putting this on, and right here at the edge is where things are going to go out. I'm going to take my sponge on the end here where it tapers off. That's going to help with fading out, like with transitions and everything. I'm gonna do a little bit here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to swipe away because that's where I want the makeup to go. Kind of directing it just lightly like that. And then you also want to go into the hairline just to make it seamless, so it doesn't look like you have, you know, this just blotch of makeup on. It needs to, you know, look like it's part of your face and everything. Oh, so another thing first, before we get into the eye, is outline everything here. So I'm going to be doing around the waterline here. If you can, get above here. I'm training myself right now. I can only get the outer corner. Sometimes, actually, because we're doing black all the way around, if you just want to close your eye and then kind of get your pen in there, It may be messy underneath, but that's okay because everything's going to be colored in anyway. So you just want to outline that, and then we'll do all of this, and then I'll show you, and we're going to do the black here, and then I'll show you, we're going to go ahead and do the eye makeup for this one. And we're back. So now I'm going to show you how I do what we call our good eye, I guess. So I'm going to start with a nice silver eyeshadow and just go over everything, the lid, all the way up to the eyebrow, and then we're basically going to be creating a really intense smoky eye look. Okay, so now that we have our silver, if you want to, what you can do is, because Spider-Man's suit is red and black and blue, is just put a little bit of blue in with your good eye. So you can kind of go over the crease where we're going to go back with the black just to, just give a little bit of blue in there. Sorry, I can't really think of a better way to say it. So let's just see what happens here. So I'm going to start the eye here. You're going to create kind of a little triangle around your eye. Darker at the edge and then going in. Something like that, okay? And then we're going to take our black and pretty much do the same thing. So there'll be a little bit of blue and black mixed together in there. Just blend that out a little bit. And then on the lid, I'm going to go back with silver to make that really pop. Okay, so it's going to look something like that. Then I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner and do a cat eye. I like to hold my skin taut, that just to help me get a straighter, thinner, crisp line. I'm gonna make that a little bit thicker. So kind of connected it there, I'm just going to fill in that little area. And then I'm going to go around with my eyeliner pen. Then I'm going to take my brush and smudge in that area to make it a little bit smoky. Just a smudge all around. And there it is. And then what I'm going to do is take one of my brushes and dip it in the black and do a little line in front of my eye here that goes up. You see how I have the cat eye kind of intense, and then we're going to have this up here. That's going to kind of imitate Spider-Man's like eyepiece. So I'm just going to take this and bring it out a little bit. And then something like that. Okay, now let's get on to the red. So you're going to take your mesh and the sponge and load that up with your red makeup, and you're just going to hold this lace or mesh, whatever you have, taut against your face. You want to make sure it's on there tight, close to your skin as possible, so there's a real difference where the negative is going to go. because you want to make sure that the makeup is blocked wherever the material is. So hold on your face pretty tight, and you're just gonna dab in. And the thicker, the more makeup you go on here, the brighter and more words. Brighter. Anyway, the easier it's gonna be able to be applied onto the skin. And you'll see what I was talking about earlier. If I don't add any more and just keep going, it's gonna be a little bit lighter. Let's see here. Alright, so we're just gonna do a bunch of that. So now we're gonna go on to the lips. So I'm gonna start with a dark red. When I applied my foundation base, I put the liquid foundation over the lips as well. That's just to help keep the color locked in. Keep it on stronger and longer. Then my trick to making sure that makeup stays off of your teeth. Just like that. All that makeup right there now will not be on your teeth. So now you're gonna take a black, either a black cream or powder. I'm gonna use the powder, and you're just gonna kind of go, well, what I did last time is I just kind of went in the middle, and I did a little stripe here. I can't remember why, but it looks cool, so we're gonna do that again. Just dab it in. So it's kind of light, so I'm gonna go ahead and go back over with the cream black just to make sure it really pops and stands out. And then what I'm not going to do, because this is just a tutorial, but to help keep the makeup on, you just take a translucent powder and just get it on a brush and just lightly dab everywhere. That's going to help your makeup stay on longer. So now we go on to the puff paint. So we're going to use this to do the webbing, and use puff paint so that it really stands out. So I'm going to make my little pattern here on the cheek. Yeah, and you want to be careful not to squeeze too much, because you're just going to get a big glob. And it's going to fall on your finger and make a mess. Okay. This stuff really does puff up. You're going to draw your lines out. I like to do little curls in the end. And then you see what kind of just happened right there? How it's kind of broken up? I didn't do that on purpose, but what's cool is having the web kind of like broken looking, because, you know, it isn't like the full mask. It's kind of like it's torn off of the face, kind of, in a way. So, I'll make it break in a few places, the web. The same thing over here on the forehead. And if you're asking, it's actually fairly simple to take this off. Just get some warm water and kind of rub it off, or you can peel it off. That's really all it takes. And then any bits that don't come off will come off with soap and water or with your makeup remover. And that's it. Alright, so this is your final look. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please click that thumbs up button down below, and I will see you next time. Bye!